My name is Amara, and if heartbreak had a face, it would wear my smile. 5 years ago, I was just a girl in love. The kind of love that made my heart race when his name popped up on my phone. His name was Chaka. Tall, charming, full of dreams. We were that couple. 2 souls already counting down to forever. He had just gotten his visa to Canada, and even though it meant distance, we were convinced our love was strong enough. "I'll go first," he said, holding my hands tight the night before his flight. "Once I settle, I'll come back. Then we marry. You be my wife, Amara." Tears welled in my eyes. I believed every word. After all, we had already picked wedding colors. Our parents had met. The date was only a matter of time. When he arrived in Canada, things were still sweet. Morning texts. Midnight video calls. Sometimes he'd show me snow falling outside his apartment window and say, "One day, you'll see this with your eyes." But slowly, the calls became shorter. The messages less frequent. Then one day, silence. Just silence. I would call. No answer. Message him on WhatsApp. No reply. At first, I thought maybe he was overwhelmed with work. But weeks turned into months, and the boy who once promised me forever vanished without a goodbye. I waited. I cried. I prayed. Until my tears ran dry. 2 Christmases later, I traveled to my village to visit my mother. That was when Obinna entered my life. He wasn't flashy or loud. He was the type of man who noticed when your water bottle was low and refilled it quietly. He was from my town but lived in Asaba. He spoke with the kind of gentleness that made me feel seen again. In 3 months, we married. It wasn't a fancy wedding, but his eyes held something real. He didn't have much. His small electronics business was barely surviving, but he gave me peace. I thought I'd finally buried Chika in my past. Until one evening, 9 months into my marriage, I opened Facebook and saw a message that cracked open every scar I had tried to heal. "Amara, I saw your wedding pictures. My heart is bleeding. Why didn't you wait?" My heart raced. It was Cheka. He said he had lost his phone while working in a remote town. No internet. No way to contact me. He claimed he came back to the city only to see I had married someone else. "I came back for you," he said. I didn't know how to feel. Anger. Relief. Confusion. Then he started sending money. 50k one week, 100,000 Nigerian nairas the next. Then came an iPhone 14. Then long human hair bundles. Expensive perfumes. He called every night. Promised he would return soon. Begged me to leave Obinna. "We can still be together," he said. "I'll marry you in Canada. This time, no delay." And like a fool, I began to believe him again. I started hiding things from Obinna. I told him the phone was a gift from a cousin. When he asked to see my chats, I refused. That night, something inside him snapped. One slap. It echoed in our small apartment like thunder. My pride shattered, and I packed my things and ran to my mother's house. I told my family he had beaten me. They were furious. My brothers, Uche and Emeka, stormed our house the next morning. They didn't let him explain. They packed my clothes and warned him never to come near me again. Obinna wept. He came with elders, knelt on the floor, his voice cracking as he begged. "Amara, don't do this. I made a mistake. I'm sorry. Don't throw us away." But my mind was already set. I told them to return the bride price. I thought I was being chosen, that Chika would sweep me away like in the stories. But days passed. Then weeks. Cheka's calls stopped. My messages turned blue, then unread. One day, I called again, number switched off. WhatsApp, blocked. Then Gozi, my friend, called. "Amara, you day here? Chika don come back Nigeria him day Lagos. And guess what? Him day plan wedding with one babe. I see the 4 with my eyes." I felt like vomiting. The world spun. I had given up everything for a lie. I was left with shame, regret, and a broken home. Now, I sleep in my mother's house, curled up on a mattress I used to sleep on as a girl. I hear Obinna's voice in my head every night. I replay that slap 1,000 times. But more than anything, I see his tears, the man who loved me enough to fight for me, and I walked away. Ngozi is now married. Sandra too. They both stood by me when I made that foolish decision. Me. I'm single. Damaged. Forgotten. I stare at that iPhone every morning, now silent, cold, useless. I traded a diamond for dust. And if I could go back, I'd choose love over lies. I'd choose Obinna. But some lessons, once learned, leave scars too deep to forget.